subdivision of a transformer. Maybe. Perhaps in time, once you network the area of expertise, you will realize the decimal of a formula, because in return, nationally, the intellectual copy tissue is the intellectual copyright of a machine game. And each machine game that you have, you will siren the tractor of 1143 and 2486. But that is so equally balanced in relation to the convert, and also to undo the soft alignment of time. Because just in time, once you share the network of one, you can even out the intellectual copy tissue of the intellectual copyright. Because in return, the intellectual copy tissue and the intellectual copyright is a portrait of a face. P-H-A-S-E. It's just in time. The network of one and area 52 is a formula. But what kind of formula is a thinking pathology or tautology or tautology or theory? Which one? Judith Andre is pathology, theory, pathology, psychology. The element of the transmission of a teleport, you can also undo the soft alignment of time. It's just in a matter of time. Once you even order the apple tree of Adam and Eve, you can formulate into its nutrition. But in what way is its nutrition if you can calculate the exile? Ooh. Pretty evil. Exile. Is it because Jesus got crucified? But what is exile in relation to EXE, execute, and also in relation to what other E's? I don't know. It's just in a matter of time, the way things work is that once you feed the element of the exile, you can execute to assassinate the demon. Ask Buddha and Jesus. They know. I don't. I do, but I don't. Maybe one day. I don't know. See the way I think? It's not a thinking pattern. It's a theoretical. Yes, theoretical, or however you pronounce it. Theoretical. Sepal. It's called a sepal of the prism. Yes, babe. How things work and how things does not work is that once you even out the data of a formula, you can also position yourself into the element of the transmission. Because in return, nationally, the intellectual copy tissue is the intellectual copyright of a timer, and also to fade in and fade out into a formula. It's just in return, you can also somehow intellectual the copyright of a transformer. Because in return, you can also feed in and fade out into the transmission of the element. Because in return, once you do that, you can telegram the execution. And any execution that you do, you will formulate into a plural. But perhaps in time, does this look like a nerd? Oh, common. But perhaps in time, the exile of a telegram, you can also gram into the provision of a support coordinate. Because in return, once you do that, you are sharing into the exile of the execute. It's a common thing for Jesus and Buddha. It's just common. Exile, execute. But how can a transformer telegram a transmission of the element? Because in return, Once you feed in and feed out in the relay of the dilation, you can also summation into the ordering of the expertise and realize the decimal of 4481. Huh? That's the front. Yeah. And 4486, which is an ordering system of a put even in relation to your development. Because in return, once you even out the intellectual copy tissue, you can also interlate the technology in relation to your development. Because nationally, once you even out the order, you can gram into the function of the expertise and to realize the decimal of 88.1 and 88.46, which is an uneven order of a digital color. Because nationally, the intellectual of a copy alignment is to fade in and fade out into a non-convert. Because in return, once you order the system, you can also formulate into a data of a data, which is a compound of a posture or portal. Because nationally, once you even out the convert, you can gram the machine in relation to your development. It's just in time, once you network the area of expertise, you will realize the decimal of 8836 and 8841. It's just a matter of time, once you even out the intellectual copy tissue, you can interlate the technology in relation to your development. Because in return, once you even out the order of the system, you can formulate into a convert of the machine and to care for. It's just in return, nationally, the intellectual copy tissue is the intellectual of a timer and to position yourself into the ordering system. It's just in return, once you fade in and fade out into a program, you can digitally good Judo Andre color the composition of a lamp. But maybe in time, once you network the area of expertise, you can realize the decimal. Yes, any decimal, it's not even on yet. No, it's not hot yet.
Mix it up so
Any decimal that you have, you can develop the inflow of technology. Because in return, mathematically, the understanding of the prism is a telegram of telemore. Because based upon the intellectual copy tissue, you can also fade in and fade out into the program of a digital color. Because in return, nationally, the intellectual copy tissue is a transformation of a formula. Because in return, once you outburst the star and the sun, the transmission of the element is the second assasi in relation to the face of the moon and to program into the data of the network. Reflection RDN 9938 and RDN 55.6. Reflection RDN 5538 and 4431. Revision to support AA31 and AA3648. Vampire 55.3, 29.68 and 29.48351. Vampire 55.3, 55.6, 29.84, 3861, 3842. Vampire 55.3, 5536, 2841, 2946, 3164, 3842. Reflection RDN 55.3, 21.62, 21.41, 21.45, 21.446, 21.448, 21.456. Reflection telegram 1821, 1861, 2841. Hitler 1811. Schindler's List. Murderer 8831, 8836. Scripture 1341, 1346. Analog data program phase of a Pulu. Phase of a Pulu is based upon the intellectual copy tissue of an intellectual copyright, because in time, once you share the network of area, you can also expertise the non-conversion. It's just a matter of time. Once you do that, you can order the system of 1-on-1 and 1-on-2, which is a revision for a magic wand. The magic wand is AA36 and AA41, which is a transformation of the element of a transfer feed. Because in fact, the more figure you have, you can also order baptism. Pope, yes, for you. This lamp is for you. Did you know back in the old style, you have smoke thing and you go like that? I think you go like that. Only the Pope know that one. But look at this. Well done. I'm not going to use this anymore. I don't know how old this one is, but it will belong here. I'll put it here. But it's for the Pope. Good. It's not a special effect. It's just I don't want to destroy this wick. I know you can get new wick and stuff like that, but I like it. So I don't want to burn the glasses and stuff like that. But anyway, there you go. Pope. Oh. In time, the network of the area, you can also function into the expertise of a convert. Because once you order the decimal of AA36 and AA41, you are programming into the data of a conjunction. The data of the conjunction or conjunction or whatever it is, that once you do the nutrition in relation to a convert, the exile is Jesus' decision in relation to the CMOS. Yes, but it's not a thinking pattern. It's just the way you interface. No. Control. No. Concon. No. Con. No. It's the way you have to act to realize its function. Parts per parts, bricks per roll, stone of steps, rotation into the devil. Yes, that way. When you interact with the devil, you have to program into intellectual copy tissue of the element of the design. If there is an uneven order of a birthmark or a testifier, you can also care for in relation to your development. Because it's just in fact, the more figure that you get, the more program you will share for. But once you are aware in relation to the program, you got to be careful of the diamonds. Diamonds? What are you doing? Diamonds? Yes. Africa? Maybe. It's just resolution of Revlon. Maxwell batteries. Brand. Cheap. Oh, can you cut this out? Brand, cheap, price tag, common, very common. My apology, but Your Honor, no, Your Majesty. I don't know how to bow for the Majesty, but the way you interact with the Cameron, yes, you can remap into the Google indexing of the descendancy or Aplex. Program the subdivider into the posture or what? Conclusion or junction. Gotcha. The meaning of acting in relation to the Biblium is the old book before the Bible starts, but in relation to the scripture is by Dalai Lama. Yes, whoever it is, whatever you are phasing into an illusion of Buddhism. Is that correct? Maybe. But in time, once you all share the network of unperhapsing the conjunction of cognitivity or cognitivity is the confession of Jerusalem versus Israel, and also to function the order of Munich's 58.326.43 and Unix 55.126.48362. A symbology is when you practice the way you move your hand, the way you move your face, the way you record from a camera is natural, which is just a common normal word. Nutrition, maybe, but it's just perhaps in time, once you share the network of a program, you can also conjunction the demon in relation to the diamond? No. It's just somehow. Somehow, when you partition the legislation, or logics, yes, 2L, once you do that, you have to be aware of the conjunction, because each conjunction that you have, you are ordering the system of an L4 or the teleport. L4. L4 is for L4 or a teleport. Decision is hard to complex the cuckoo by Faye, cuckoo, cocoa, etc. in relation to Faye. But the understanding of a birthmark is a telegram in relation to the exile. Once you exile the confusion of a teleport, you can also, and perhaps the confusion of the don't know. When I point to that picture, is his decision. Yes. But anyway, in relation to the Pope, once you have that confession or whatever you call it, because I went to a Catholic school, I'm used to read the Bible, and I'm used to write a lot. In year 8, Buddha, could you please help me, and blah blah, very tiny little writing. I don't remember, because in year 8 I was really young, but that's what I wrote. Anyway, I can't be bothered. But anyway, in that way, once you share the ordering system of a program, you can also design in relation to the Aplex. Because the Aplex is a digital color, and the Aplex is a conjunction of the diamond. But in what way is double D module 12 and double D module 55.826.41 and RDN F34142 and reflection 55.629.42641? Which one? Sometimes it's good to go the hardest you can get, and sometimes it's good to go theoretically. No? Theoretically. Correct. No? Because in time, once you share the theoretical version of a plexi, you can also program into the demon. Is this how the demon act? I have no idea. Because I'm not Jesus or Buddha. I'm just nobody. I'm just Adam. But in time, once you share the program into the artifact, you can also aplex the injection of its junction. Well, the way you... Be careful, that's on. The way you act is based upon your career wisdom or wise. In that way, when you program the intellectual, copy a movement of time, you can also share the conjunction of a reminder, because in return, nationally, the intellectual copy alignment of a copy paper is based upon the photocopy. Because each photocopy that you have, you will program into the next eating before it exile into the demon to meet the devil, which is a common Bible or Bible. Only Jesus know that one, but in relation to the script is Buddhism. A long time in relation to Buddhism and also Catholic, Muslim, and Hundi, yes, Hudi or something. But each one of those, in relation to Buddhism is the highest one. Buddha is the highest one, and then there is the pyramid table. It goes like that in relation to Buddhism. So Muslim and blah blah and blah blah. And the other one is Catholic, right? So Jesus is the main one, Catholic is the main one, Jewish, and something. It goes down further. So when it goes down further, the hierarchy is a function of something. I don't know those things yet until I can get the right parts. But in time, once we get the right parts, we can also reorder the conjunction. Any conjunction that we have, we will unphase into a phase of interface. Yes, it's called phase of interface. Because the phase of interface, based upon the photocopy, we already got some, is based upon the angel of Guan Yin Posa or Guan Yin or Guan Yin. In that way, the photocopy is what illusion in relation to your belief. No? What is your belief in relation to Islam, Iraq, or hierarchy? Islam, Ireland. What is your belief in relation to the argument I had with my partner the other day? What is your belief in relation to Islam, Ireland? Islam? I don't know. But the functioning of your belief is what conjunction is the blue or the Bible or the Bible. Bible or the function of a verb. In what way is your belief in relation to Africa or the demon? Yes, African. But to share the convert of a conjunction, how can you order the test tube in relation to a sperm whale and to Dinga, the dinosaur? It's just, what is your belief? Do you believe me? I don't believe me. Do you? I don't believe me. What does that mean? Buddha and Jesus. Within the phases of 2I and photocopy, the understanding of your belief is based upon element of Pope, nuns, monks. But in what way is your belief? Thầy Ten nhớ không? Hồi trước con ở chùa con thầy Ten dạy con đó. Mà cái đó chừng nào ai tin bà? Bây giờ con nói cái chữ đó không được. PHAT. Because later on I end up with the F. It's hard for me to pronounce that way. Sorry, I don't want to do that. But in your belief, being a master, a monk and a nun, is what is your guardian? Gotcha. In that way, is syntax. Yes, nun. It's called a syntax. Gotcha. Yes. Now, but based upon, I'll slow down. Based upon your syntax, the way you believe your promo is what is a division of your illusion. But based upon your illusion, what time sharing you can program into the guardian and to develop the envelope of technology. It's just in time. Once you share the network of a program, you can also e-SATA the cuckoo in relation to fade. Because in that way, once you fulfill fade, you will e-select the program of a guardianship and to share 4. The component of the program is to test the relationship, to integrate the population, or to propagate into a simple tasks. Because the simple tasks will help you understand its belief, only or conjunction. Be careful. It's just in time. Once you share the network of area 55.3 and 55.62, your belief is based on what? Decimal, exile, execution, assassin? I don't know. Do you? I don't know. But in the relay of the deploy, based upon the composition of the compound, the area of interest is also to function into any expertise within your interface. No. Confinement of time for cocoa, chocolate, like yes. It's just a matter of time. Once you position the data pair of the compound, you can also pin out the data of the alignment of time and also to isolate the execution. Once you do that, the CMOS will share into the data of a compound and also to guardian the developer. Because in relation to the probe, your belief in relation to the matrix, no, contour or sample in relation to your Bible is how many years has that been written in relation to the propaganda? Yes, I don't know that saint name, sorry. I can do some research and find out his name, but I can't. My apologies, saint. Well, I'm not going to say anything as yet, saint. It's just in time, your majesty. The understanding of the Pope is the illusion belief. But in what way is your illusion belief in relation to the photocopy? Nope. It's just in the matter of time. Once you compound the element of the transmission, you can also data pair the conjunction. And any conjunction that you have, based upon Adam and Eve, the transmode of the nutrition is to understand the telegram of Hitler. The old telegram. You know, back in old days, there's no telephone and stuff like that. You know the history. All you do is press the thing and it goes click, 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 click. Oh, you know those things. But anyway, in return home, the interlude technology will also position yourself into the component of AA36 and AA41, which is an evening order of the digital riches of the crown for the Pope, while the smoke. Only the Pope knows the demon, the devil, the Bible and stuff like that more than me, because I'm overgrown. But when you do that smoke thing, there's nothing I can say about that. It's just you know more than me. But anyway, it's a gift. Yeah, kind of. Next time. But anyway, in time, once you network the area of expertise, you can also conjunction the compound. When you conjunction the compound, you will point yourself into the tests of AA36 and AA41. It's just in a matter of time, once you share the nutrition in relation to Jamie, the element of the design is to function the order of ordering system by porting 55.6 and 55.3. It's just in a matter of time, once you share the network of area 55.3 and 55.6, the consumption into the ordering system of 1-on-1, this is for my dogs, and 2.468, which is a flexi in relation to the third assassin. In relation to the third assassin, once you develop the envelope of technology, you you can also compare the timer in relation to your development, because it's just in time. Once you share the Pope in relation to Jerusalem or Ireland or Islam or whatever you call it, the functioning of your belief is based upon the photocopy. But based upon the photocopy within your belief, Biplam is a network of area 55.6 and 55.1 contain of cons, C-O-N'(S), cons, and also to function into the non-exile. The non-exile is based upon the execution of EXC application FF43 and FF41 in relation to application form and to network into the area of interest. If there is a decimal of its function, the area of expertise is to realize your illusion theoretically or your belief, because based upon Galicia at Epworth, what is your belief? Because I was at Epworth after I woke up from a coma. What is your belief? Is it an illusion or just a photocopy of the brain cell? Dr. Chris Zenon or Zios, Dr. Chris Zios. And does it really matter Buddhism and Catholic and Hindi and Muslim and stuff like that? Does it really matter? Of course, does it? It's not the way you think in relation to the illusion of the photocopy. It's the way you function or can function or may function ordering the system of a telegram. It's just in fact, the more Aplex it gets, the third Asasi will appear into the revision of the MD5, which is 5536241611128 and 3168, Aplex 554621448 11492862 Aplex 55.3 29.46 29.45 2946 2142 Aplex 55.3 29.84 1.286 1.483 1.485